My name is Yoshihiro Taniguchi. My presentation title is Take Doug's Payback from the Earth. How much does the Earth cost us? In brief, my topic is the relation of global warming and climate change, and the economical effect caused by climate change. Introduction. I would like to explain about the definition of global warming and climatic variation. The definition of global warming is the injurious phenomenon that the temperature of every place on the Earth rises by greenhouse effect gas. Also, the various secondary problems to occur by global warming are part of global warming. For example, rising the sea level, desertification, destruction of ecosystem, the definition of climatic variation. Climatic variation is the average condition of atmosphere. Changes in the variety of timescales by various factors. Also, climatic variation is divided into two climate change: artificial climate change and nature climate change. The artificial change is climate change, and the nature change is climate variability. In general, climatic variation is artificial climate change. Especially means extreme weather. What is extreme weather? Extreme weather is, for example, excessive heat, downpour, extreme light rainfall, tempest, tropical cyclone, and so on. Judging from two definitions, global warming is a part of climate change. Next, I would like to introduce the mechanism of climate change. Main cause is carbon dioxide. One famous professor left the important evidence. Now, I want to watch.
And I was really lucky to go to the University of Iowa, where I could study under Professor James Van Allen, who built instruments for the first US satellites. Professor Van Allen told me about observations of Venus, that there was intense microwave radiation. Did it mean that Venus had an ionosphere, or was Venus extremely hot? The right answer, confirmed by the Soviet Venera spacecraft, was that Venus was very hot, 900 degrees Fahrenheit. And it was kept hot by a thick carbon dioxide atmosphere.
He is Professor James Hansen. He is Professor James Van Allen. There are the between teacher and student. Professor James Hansen said, Professor James Van Allen taught me that observations of Venus, which there is intense microwave radiation. What does it mean? It means that Venus has an ionosphere, or Venus is extremely hot. This answer is so simple. It means that Venus is a very hot planet. 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, Venus is kept hot by a thick carbon dioxide atmosphere. The atmospheric pressure of Venus is very high, and about 19 atmospheres on the surface. 19 atmospheres on the surface of Venus is the atmospheric pressure at the depth of 900 meters of the high Earth. Atmospheric pressure greatly participates in size of the action that the heat maintains. The greenhouse effect gas because of the enormous quantity of carbon dioxide, and reaches 400 degrees on average of the surface's temperature, and 500 degrees as the upper limit. Carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide has the intense absorption band in wavelengths widewise. This range's absorption band absorb the infrared light. Carbon dioxide acts on as greenhouse effect gas that protects the diffusion of heat from the Earth to space. However, the greenhouse effect of CO2 is weaker than methane and fluorocarbon, but the same volume. Because the amount of emission of CO2 is enormous, CO2 is regarded as the main cause of climate change and global warming. Then I think over about other causes of climate change. There is another cause. It's the effect of solar activity, but this is rarely related to climate change. Almost of the greenhouse gas, commencing with carbon dioxide, methane, and fluorocarbon, is emitted by industrial activity of human. In short, almost of all climate change is caused by the industrial activity. This is clearly by Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change (IPCC) settled a draft that the possibility that climate change is caused by human activity amounted to 95%. The possibility that the rise temperature of the Earth's surface from 1950 through 2010 was caused by the influence of human activities is very high. The draft points out that the mean temperature after 1950 rose about 0.6 degrees by increase in greenhouse gas. If the amount of greenhouse gas emissions continues to increase as of now, the climate system all over the world may change unprecedented, and there is some possibility that it has effect on our future. Climate change is unstoppable. We may face the dangerous situations. Next, I would like to explain that the economic effect caused by climate change. It becomes clear that the economic loss of past decade in the world caused by natural disaster is about 20 trillion yen per year, and a 3/4 of the totality loss is caused by climate change. In other words, we lost 15 trillion yen per year caused by climate change. I explain in detail. Caused by big typhoon and downpour. That of the poor harvest of farm products. Caused by rise of sea water temperature. That of the bad influence of marine products. Caused by two bad effects. That of the sudden rise in prices of provisions. Second, caused by rise in the sea level. That of decrease of the land area. Decreasing of the land area, we lost the space of cultivation farm products over the breeding farm area, and it has bad influence of the extraction of natural resources. Finally, these leads to our employment and so on. Caused by this recession and increasing the unemployment rate or poverty rate, caused by suffering damage to our health by excessive heat and severe cold. Result of increase of medical treatment charge at Aging Society of Japan. The sudden rise in price of provisions, increase unemployment rate, and increase of medical treatment charge we can understand through media, commencing with news or newspapers and so on. But this bad effect, we don't feel that something is real. Increase the economic cost due to flood, drought, and tempest, regardless of disparity in wealth. Country's income is regular income. In case of the country's almost income must be appropriated to the economic cost due to climate change. The danger of anticipating the economic growth of country. On the other hand, there is good effect caused by climate change. Yoshihiro, the Daiichi Life Insurance Company chief economist, said the amount of all consumers spending increases 500 billion yen to 700 billion yen result from the average temperature from July to September rises per 1 degree. In other words, being in the hot period, people spend money wastefully and must make a great outlay. It characterizes Japanese economy by the sweltering heat. This is my conclusion. Climate change and global warming are currently in progress in fulfilling speed. We may be confronted with the critical circumstance as we cannot ignore, because we pretended not to listen to the earth's shriek for the sake of the profit of human being. We may be led into such a situation. We have brought it on ourselves. However, we must not take no choice of the circumstance absolutely, and we are not supposed to be able to ignore that. The harmful influence of climate change is very heavy to human life, Japanese economy. So, as a matter of course, human beings must live on the earth eternally. It is necessary to take some measures to cope with the situation. However, we realize that the present climate is extreme weather. The day when the extreme weather becomes the ordinary weather will come. We have the obligation not to make climate change worse in cooperation with the world nations. These are differences. Thank you for attention.